This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 train. The next stop is
Wall Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Welcome back, everyone. Happy Friday. It is August 16th. This is Not Your Advisor with NYU Grad. I hope you all had a great day. I am happy this week is over. I haven't even made too many trades this week, and I'll cover that with the premium members at the second part of the show. But I digress. So let's jump right into breadth numbers and walk through Wall Street today. We had 521 new highs on the NYSE versus only 112 new lows. So obviously new highs are outpacing new lows by basically 5x today. Today was option to expiration, so I'll talk a little bit about that as well. But looking at advanced declining, we had 65% advancing versus 30% declining. 37% of stocks are below their 50-day moving average, and 35% of stocks are below their 200-day moving averages as we speak. All indices closed green. Looking at the sector groups, financials led the way, up 0.7%. Communication services, which includes Google and Meta, up 0.4%. Consumer cyclical up 0.38. Tech up 0.28. Basic materials up 0.27. Utilities up 0.22. So it was a pretty muted day. Obviously, we closed to the upside, right? I'm not taking away that. The Dow was up 96 or 0.25%. The NASDAQ was up 37, about 0.2%. The S&P was up 11 points or 0.2%. And we had a mixed bag in mega cap land. Microsoft was down a small smidge. Apple was up a small smidge. Google was up almost 1%. Meta was down 1.8%. Amazon was down a smidge. Nvidia was up 1.4%. So it was like you could have basically taken the day off. You really didn't need to trade today. It was options expiration, and keep in mind the majority of options expire worthless. So whether you're buying puts, whether you're buying calls, in the money, out the money, they typically will expire worthless. And that's how the house makes money, folks. That's how they buy their $15 million 3-bedroom apartments and multiple Ferraris. And so basically it's rigged, and you need to know that. And today was OpEx, so they're going to try to pin prices where they're going to be maximum pain value for those that are still holding calls or put options that expire today. So you're not going to have too much, unless there's obviously some events going on. For the most part on OpEx, you're going to see prices pinned to a certain micro range for the session. And that's what basically happened today. Let's keep peeling this onion here. So what else did I want to cover today? So this morning, I read an article that I'm sharing in the show notes. It was by Paul Christopher, who's the Wells Fargo head of global investment strategy. I'm quoting, "Stocks are poised for a run-up that hasn't been seen in 3 decades. The banking veteran pointed out to the parallels between today's market and that of 1995, when stocks boomed and the S&P 500 notched 77 all-time highs." End quote. So Paul Christopher, probably much smarter than I am, probably has many more assets than I have. He is basically calling for that we are basically at the bottom right before that 1995 run to the dot-com boom and crash, which is kind of a wild thing to me. When you take a look at where prices are in relation to incomes, GDP, the debt, it's just insane to think that, I believe. But hey, I'm lesser educated, lesser experienced. We'll see who's looking at the markets with better optical lenses, but it really doesn't matter because most of my friends in the industry work on the trading desks. They manage maybe 4 to 8 people across multiple firms. They're well paid. They're 7 figures, 6-figure bonuses, but they're not Paul Christopher. They're not the fund manager at Vanguard. They're not the ones that are making $50 million a year. And even then, there's another echelons that provides liquidity to the market when things are going rough, right? So I don't have access to those people. But to Paul Christopher's point, if liquidity from the Federal Reserve, Janet Yellen, the global investment, the global, I can't speak today, the central banks of the world, they all provide liquidity, and Japan just, rolls over and puts its anus in the ass saying, please, sir, more, sir. And if the yen goes to zero, we can have a rally like we saw in the .com from where we are now, right? Like the Dow will go to like 60,000. I highly doubt that. So let's keep going. What else kind of stood out to me today? And I just want to continue on that theme. Everyone I know, whether it's like my personal friends and family who text me all day about last week, they're like, oh my God, the sky's crashing. Oh my God, why am I in stocks? Oh my God, I bought Nvidia. And this week they're all like strutting. They're like, oh yeah, look at the dip, buyback. Look at the dip, buyback. Just keep buying the dips, baby. And even my institutional friends are like, look, and I shared this with my private members. I have well-to-do friends who are saying, look, I need to get TQQ, and I need to go leverage long because it's the only way I'm going to get rich. Repeat, it's the only way I'm going to get rich. They're already rich. So greed is good. I had to quote Gordon Gekko there. So let's keep going. I'm going to cover what was strong and what was weak today. All right, to the upside, we had TerraWolf up 11.9%, IREN up 6.6%, New York Community Bank 6.3%, Silvercorp Metals 6.1%, Harmony Gold 5.1%, Marathon Digital up 5%, IBIT up 4.7%, which is long Bitcoin, Coinbase up 4.1%, Riot 4.04%, Bitfarms 3.9%, Lyft 3.6%, Barrick Gold 3.4%, and GDX up 3.2%. So that sector of the market, so like Bitcoin as well as precious metals, did the best today. What was weak? Rivian down 4%, Kura Sushi 3.5%, Volatility Index down 2.8%, Natural Gas Futures down 2.7%, Chipotle Mexican Grill 2.7%, Extreme Networks 2.2%, Airbnb down 2.1%, DJT Partners 2.1%, and Lam Research down 2.1%. So free members continue to watch the Mag 7, the semiconductor group. Some of them were able to regain footing above the 50-day moving average, but many are still below it. Continue to watch economic data as well as breadth numbers. I will see you all after the Monday session. Have a great weekend. Premium members, please stay on. I'm going to go over about 25 charts today. That's my train.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.